here in Stony Brook Creek, Stony Creek Township. I'm okay. I'm nervous, but I'm okay.
Be yourself. Tell the story.
I know. I know.
That steps are being taken by the proper official, properly done in front of the TV.
It's about 15 feet wide and 10 feet deep. There's no obvious debris from the area because most of it is disintegrated.
Try to keep tires like 5.6. Okay.
Do whatever to keep the kids occupied and to keep them reassured.
93 en route from San Francisco to Newark has went down in Somerset County, more specifically in Stony Creek Township. More specifically here in Stony Creek Township. We don't know how much information right now. All that we do know is that state police have confirmed there are no survivors. They have not mentioned the number that were on the plane. They have confirmed there are no survivors.
Hold on, Fred.
Changing picture here, we continue to bring you the very latest information here from 10 News. And as we talk about this tragedy, folks all across our region have been taking part already. There's prayer and church services, communicating and triple checking our sources as it is all happening at a very heightened pace today, right, Glenn?
Absolutely, and it's a very difficult time as a journalist really to know.
Can I see your name in writing?
Joining me right now is an aviation expert, Craig Conroy. Mr. Conroy, you've been at sites like this. How does this compare to those other crashes you've seen?
Well, the size of the crater is obviously very small for a plane that size. It's unusual that it had to have an angle of attack very steep into the ground. It couldn't have come in towards a traditional landing, which means A, their pilot had it under control and didn't want to hit some more populated area, or it was under no one's control, and obviously the automatic navigation equipment was off. It's a sad day. It's an unbelievable day in American history. Regardless of what happened, the families of those people that were on board, passengers and crew, will never be the same, and it's just an unbelievable, sad situation. We studied this and have talked about worst-case scenarios, and this puts those chapters even beyond belief.
Obviously a question in many people's minds right now, because the plane literally disintegrated in air, very few pieces of debris are actually up at the crash site. What about those black boxes? Do you think we will be able to learn anything?
Yeah, there are only 3 manufacturers of black boxes in the world that U.S. carriers use, and they're made to withstand just about everything. Some of the data is recorded on a hard type of drive that should be almost indestructible, and they're built for withstanding tremendous amount of G-forces, heat, weight, water, just about anything you can throw at it. So if they can, in de-earthing the wreckage, find them, they'll certainly be telling the tale of obviously what's going on in the cockpit and what the controls were set at. So.
Now, of course, we just saw them bring lights up to the crash site, so they obviously are going to be here all day today. How long will this investigation go?
The investigation itself, probably until the NTSB puts a final book on it, could be 18 to 24 months, but it'll be probably preliminary information in a few days. I would hope that they get the black box within the first 48 hours. If they do that, then they'll go to Washington and take the data off and be able to disseminate that to the media. You'll be able to tell, of course, what's the conversations were in the cockpit, and that's going to tell you what really transpired here.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Conroy. We appreciate it. There you have.
Right up this road behind me, if you can see, we've seen emergency vehicles going up there. That is about a mile up that road is where United Flight 93 from Newark to San Francisco, a 757, went down earlier this morning, killing all people on board. Now, we have seen video of the crash scene. The video shows a crater, a smoldering crater, and some debris. Very little evidence of any bodies or anything like that. It's just a few shards of metal around the crash scene, and that's all you can really see from the video there. It was still smoldering as of about a half hour ago, and crews, the emergency crews here, have not allowed us to get any closer than where we are right now. We're waiting for more word on exactly what might have happened. As we reported earlier, there is a 911 tape that has been confiscated by the FBI. This 911 tape was recorded in Westmoreland County. We're not sure exactly what is on that tape, although we've heard reports that it may be a 911 call made from somebody aboard this plane. Again, all we know here at this point is that they're treating this as a crime scene. The FBI is here, the ATF is here Certainly all the local emergency personnel and the state police are here, and they have roped this scene off behind me about a mile back there in the woods as a crime scene. We also talked to a witness, a woman who lives right down the street here, who says she saw the plane go down. She says she saw the plane nose down at about a 90-degree angle, go straight down into the woods, and then she saw a plume of smoke come up out of the woods, and that's all she saw. She went out to the scene immediately and was not able to see any bodies or anything, just basically what we saw in our video, which was that crater out in the middle of the woods. And again, Scott, we're still waiting for more official word on exactly what happened. We're not getting much here right now as officials are still out on the crash scene trying to investigate and get some word on exactly what happened here. Yeah, Jody. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, we'll do that right now.
I happened to heard a plane come through. It sounded like it was running normal. When it come down over top of me, I seen it go nosedive straight into the ground down here. Everything was running fine on the plane, it sounded like.
What was its position as it went towards the ground?
It was just coming down like it was going to land, but instead of landing, it just went nose straight into the ground.
There's between gray and a black, like in between.
But it wouldn't have been a dark blue?
No.
Definitely not. It was definitely a gray-black shade, right?
It's probably no higher than probably been 300-400 feet above my head when it went over my head.
Yeah.
So I had a good look at the bottom of the plane. I said whenever they finally found the black box or the voice recorder or whatever it was,
yeah,
175 feet down on the ground. All that dirt was already. See, they stripped that out probably about 10 years ago before that happened, and all that ground still hasn't settled the way it should. And more or less it covered itself back up whenever. So there was not much flames there whenever we got down there.
There's nothing in the ground there that you could see. If you went down there, it would look like a trash yard. There's nothing but tiny pieces of debris. It would look like what? It would look like tiny pieces of debris.